Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutation to all you brothers out there pushing this truth with all sincerity. I'm going to name this video Valley of Dry Bones. Now, I was meditating upon how this word, Salakia, I was meditating upon how this word is spreading to all the four corners, and this topic came into mind. I was meditating on how all Israel, well, at least almost all Israel, should have heard this truth by now. The elect is being sealed. How Yahushua is coming real soon, real soon. And Jacob's trouble is just right around the corner. I mean, you can see through how bad times is getting, through the vaccines, through all these things that's happening around the earth. Natural disasters. Like Guatemala has three active volcanoes. That 8.1 earthquake in New Zealand. So many things is happening around the earth, and time's approaching. Time's almost here where Jacob's trouble is just gonna. Jacob's trouble is gonna happen. It's gonna come to pass. Y'all seen. I don't know if y'all seen that video of how the nobles over there, the committee is in Congress is talking about the Hebrew Israelites. Well, they call them black Hebrew Israelites, but we all know we're Hebrew Israelites. They like to put that black stigma upon us. But, this word is spreading. This word is spreading throughout all the four corners. You got brothers over there over there in Holland, in the UK, all over the world. Anyway, let me get into this. This is Ezekiel 37:1. The hand of Yahweh was upon me. This is a vision of Ezekiel. A vision Ezekiel had that the Most High put on him. It's 37:1. The hand of Yahweh was upon me, and carried me out in the spirit of Yahweh, and set me down in the midst of the valley, which is full of bones, and caused me to pass them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord power, thou knowest. And again he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of Yahweh. Now these bones that it's talking about, Israel in a dead state. The dry bones. Because this during this time period, we didn't have the Most High Spirit in us, so we're pretty much dead. We're pretty much left to our own devices. Left to despair. The Most High abandoned us during this time because we had sinned against Him. 37:5. Thus said the Lord power unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. So this breath that it's talking about, it's talking about the knowledge and understanding of who we are. This is talking about the breath understanding of 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 uh, of Him, the knowledge, understanding of this truth of who we are, nationality, prophecies that are going to happen, the full understanding, right? Let me see. Let me read this. 37:5. Thus said the Lord power unto these bones. Thus said the Lord power unto these bones. Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. 6. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. Now, the sinews and the flesh and the skin that's talking about is us coming back to our nationality, coming back to knowing that we are the children of Israel, and coming back to knowing that we are coming back to our tribes, like Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Issachar, Zebulun, Gad, Dan, so on and so forth. That's what it's talking about. Even whenever Adam and Eve, whenever they said they were naked, they weren't really naked. They were naked because they were in shame. And the Most High clothed them. He gave them a nationality. He gave them a nationality, which they were called the Adamites. But that's a different subject. Let's get bear with me for a second. Just to prove that well, actually let me get just to prove that the breath that he's talking about is his wisdom. 24. It says right here. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath. See that? She is the wisdom, is the breath of the power of the Most High, and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her. You see, wisdom is the breath. So this breath that got entered into these bones is the breath of wisdom. It's the breath of wisdom. And even whenever Adam was brought up, whenever it says that the Most High breathed into him, it's talking about the breath of this wisdom. He breathed wisdom into him, or he put wisdom inside his mind. See what I'm saying? All right, now let me get let's go back to 37:7. It says, so I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied there was a noise, and behold a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. Now this is us coming back. This is us being put together, coming back. This is what's happening now. This is us now. It says, and when I beheld, this is 8, and when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. You see, this is us coming back together, but there was no breath in them. That's talking about, for a side note, just talking about some of these other camp, other Israelite camps who don't have the full understanding of the Most High, of the Bible, but they still call themselves Israelites, but they don't have the full understanding. They have no breath in them, even though they have the sinews and the flesh and the skin, which is them knowing who they are. They're Israelites, and they're calling themselves by their tribes, but still they have no breath in them because they don't have that wisdom. We just saw it in Wisdom of Solomon. Breath is the wisdom, but they have no wisdom in them, right? Let me see. Let me go. Let me get Proverbs 1. Right here, Proverbs 1:7. It says, "The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction." See, so most of our people, they don't have this breath in them. They don't even want to receive it because some of them are fools. They despise wisdom and instruction. It says, but the Most High, this is the beginning of knowledge. The Most High is the beginning of knowledge, right? And most of our people are dead. Most of our people, they're still dry bones. Go to Proverbs 17 and 22. See, a merry heart, this is Proverbs 17, verse 22. A merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones. And that's how our people are. People are dry right now. People are, well, us that are waking up, we have the spirit in us. We have the wisdom in us. We have the breath in us. But a lot of our people, they're still dry. And for the most part, back before this truth was being spread out throughout the earth, we were all dry. We were all dried up. We were broken spirited because we didn't have any hope that the Most High was gonna relieve us. We didn't have any hope of any relief, of any comfort, because this white man, this devil, was ruling over the world, taking over everything, causing hell upon us, put us in slavery, doing all kinds of wickedness. And we fell off. The Most High turned his back to us. We had no hope. The Most High was against us. How can you fight against the Most High? The Most High's will. You can't. Let me get Jeremiah. I had it open before, but I figured I'd get these before I get Jeremiah. Jeremiah 2:12. It says, "Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. Be ye very desolate, saith Yahweh. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters." See, they have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewn them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. You see, our people forsook Yahweh, forsook the Lord, and through the Lord, that's where comes the fountains of living water. And then that's how he became dry, because instead of being with the Most High, instead of receiving the fountains of living waters, our people as a whole have, it says right here, hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. So instead of being with the Most High, we started following after other philosophies, after other gods that didn't benefit us. This is that held no water, that didn't help us at all. Gave us no wisdom, Gave us no understanding of who we are. They're broken cisterns. They're useless to us. So instead of receiving wisdom, instead of being in the graces of the Most High, our people abandoned them, committed adultery, spiritual adultery, and started worshiping those other gods. Right? But now we're coming back into remembrance. Now we're coming back, like it says right here. It says in 37 and 8. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. This is 9. And then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus said the Lord power, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. See, now this is talking about us, like being on the highways and byways, telling our people who they are, and coming to the back into their nationality, coming back to the truth. Excuse me. Coming back to the Most High. Coming back to realizing that the Most High Yahweh is our power, and His name is Yahweh, and His Son's name is Yahweh Shai, not Jehovah, not Jesus, not Yahweh or Yashaya or Yahshua. No, it's Yahweh Shai. Well, that's the Son's name, and the Most High's name is Yahweh. You see, but you gotta believe in Yahweh Shai to receive Yahweh. It says, let me read again. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord power, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. See, the apostles, the elders, and the brothers of GMS, they're prophesying in the highways and byways. They're telling our people to wake up. And through the four winds, throughout the four corners of the earth, all around the world, GMS is waking up the elect. GMS is waking up Israel, mainly the elect, because only the elect is going to accept us. Right? Verse 37 and 10. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. See, a lot of our people are going to be waking up. 1/3 of our people is going to wake. Well, a lot of our people, even though the 2/3 they know that the Israelites, but mainly what we're talking about here is the 1/3. The elect. They're going to be standing up on their feet. They're going to be like a great army. Right? And it said, this is a vision explained. This is 37 and 11. And he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. See, it says right there, the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts. See, it says our bones are dried, and our hope is lost, and cut off, and we are cut off for our parts. That's how we felt before the truth started spreading. Before the truth started spreading, all our hope was lost. We had no hope. We just thought that that's the way it was. That's the way life was, and that's the way life is going to be. Let me get Revelations 11. Revelations 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where our Lord was crucified. See, our dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. Dead bodies. It's not talking about actual dead bodies. It's talking about us in a dead state. We were going to be there in this place called which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, which is America, where our Lord was crucified. He wasn't literally crucified here. It means he was crossed out. He was taken out of here. Like the whole knowledge, the whole understanding and knowledge of him, it wasn't here. Whenever we went to captivity, our brothers from the southern tribe, they went to captivity over here. They got taken over here by ships. They weren't taught about Yahweh or Yahushua. They were forced to learn the way they wanted us to learn. They pushed that Jesus Christ doctrine, and even to the northern tribes as well. They destroyed our people, then they send their children to re-education camps where they educated them the way they wanted to. When they came back, they didn't even know who. They couldn't even recognize their own sons, their own children, because how badly they already had brainwashed them and stripped them from their heritage, teaching them different things, teaching them in different ways. This is 11 and 9. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half. Now these 3 days and a half is talking about 350 years. Since all of us were over here in captivity, since the tribes of Judah came over here and served their captivity. It's 350 years. And then this truth was spread. Starting through Abba Bivens. It says, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. See, so all these other nations, they saw us in our dead state. See, it says, and they shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves, meaning that they should not suffer us being in our dead state. They wouldn't give us no by graves doesn't mean death. It means rest. So they wouldn't give us no rest, no comfort. There wouldn't be no comfort for us, or no hope for us, for the curses that we were going through all that shit we were going through. Just like I said back in right here, Ezekiel 37:11. It says, then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. See? It says right here, Revelation 11 and 10, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. See, so they know about us. The elite and those other nations, they know about us. Mainly the elite. All these top nobles, they know about us. And these two prophets that it's talking about, the southern tribe and the northern tribe, the tribe of Judah and the tribe of Israel. The tribes of Israel. Which the head tribe is Ephraim, on the northern tribes. Sorry. And the head tribe of the southern tribe is Judah. But the top tribe out of all of Israel is Judah. That's where Yahushua came from. See, but all these other nations rejoiced whenever they saw us in the down state, in our lowest state. It says, and they shall send gifts one to another. They were so happy that we went down, and the Most High had left us. You know, they were celebrating. They were, you know, they took our people and send each other gifts. They took send our people as gifts to each other. This is because we used to be on top. This is because they know. This is because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth. Because we used to kick their asses. I mean, you can see back before, during the Dark Ages. During the Dark Ages, we were up top. We were on top. I mean, it was prophesied that we were going to be up. We were going to be in rulership for 1,000 years, and those were 1,000 years during the Dark Ages. We were up top. Over here in North America, South America, the northern tribes were up top. They were ruling. We were living beautifully over here before these damn crackers came over here. And over there in Europe, all parts of Europe were over there, in Asia, the southern tribe was ruling. We were pretty much we pretty much took over the whole earth. We had the whole earth in our hands at the time. All right, let me see. Let me go to 11. And after these 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and the great fear fell upon them which saw them. You see, so after those 3.5 days, those 3.5 days is talking about, of course, the 350 years of slavery, hardcore slavery. So after those, or three and a half, excuse me, those 3.5 days of 350 years of being dead, being dry, being spiritually dead. It says the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and that started with Abba Bivens when he started spreading this word, in the street and waking up our people. It said they stood upon their feet, and a great fear fell upon them which saw. So, and them which are seeing are these Edomites, mainly the nobles, the elite, because they're watching it. They're watching us wake up. They're seeing everything. They see everything. They know. They know all what's happening. That's the reason why they're taking down videos on YouTube. They're blocking certain information from going out. They know all this, and they have fear. And great fear fell upon them. They're trembling right now in their sleep. They can't sleep at night. You see? And eventually it's going to come to a point where they're going to come down upon us with great wrath, like it says. They're going to come upon us with great wrath because they know they have but a short time. And that's the time during Jacob's trouble, and that's just right around the corner. You can tell just by looking at the times, seeing different things in the news, different things unfolding, events that's happening around, this whole COVID shit that's happening right now. All right. Let me get let me see. Actually, let me go back. Let me go back to Ezekiel 37 and let me read 11 again. It says, Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, Our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts. Therefore prophesy, and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, O my people, I will open your graves, and cause you to come out of your graves, and bring you into the land of Israel. So the Most High is going to take us out of here. The Most High is going to is waking us up right now. See, and eventually we're going to come to our land, back to our homeland. The prophecies are being fulfilled right now. They are being fulfilled. So you should know this is going to come to pass. We're going to go back to our homeland. We're going to be in peace. This is 37:13. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh, when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves. You see, and we know that it is Yahweh. Those of us that have been woken up, we know that it's Yahweh who's making all this happen. But eventually it's going to be all of us. All the elect are going to know. And the elect is being sealed. The days are being counted. The days are almost up for this devil. And then it's going to be time for him to pay. And our people are going to be put to rest. Our people are going to be in a state of rest after that. We're going to be in the kingdom. We're going to fear nothing. We're not going to be sad no more. Death will have no power over us. You see, we're going to be made perfect. We're going to have new perfect bodies. We're going to rule over the world, over all of space. With Yahushua being our king. 37:14. It says, And I will put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I, Yahweh, have spoken it and performed it, saith Yahweh. You see? So this is going to happen. This is going to happen. And he's already putting the spirit in us. It says, and we shall live. And those of us that have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, we are alive. All that needs to happen is for the rest of the elect to wake up, and then Jacob's trouble to happen, World War III, the microchip, and then Yahushua to come, and then Judgment Day. Then we will be after that, the setting up of the kingdom of Yahushua, and knowing that we will have we will receive the benefit to be in it, right alongside Yahushua. We'll be allowed to be in His kingdom. And those of us that are the elect, to come right under Yahushua, because first it's going to be Yahweh, then it's going to be Yahushua, and then it's going to be the rest of us, the elect, the 144,000 and the elect. Right? Let me get John 7 and 37. This is John 7 and 37. On the last day, that great day of the feast, Yahushua stood and cried, saying, If any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink. He that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. You see that? See that? You gotta believe in Yahweh Shah to receive, this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We gotta go through Yahweh Shah now. We can't go directly through Yahweh because, we're not worthy enough. We gotta go through a mediator, which is Yahweh Shah, right? So Yahweh Shah is gonna give us this river, this wisdom. Let me read that again. It says, "In the last day, that great day of the feast, Yahweh Shah stood and cried, saying, If any man thirst, let him come unto me, and drink. He that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water." See, and it says, and even said, I've read it before, that knowledge or wisdom first comes by fearing the Most High. You gotta fear the Most High. That's where wisdom starts. All right. See, and those of us who believe, those of us who believe right now are blessed. Just like it says in John 20:29. It says, And Yahweh Shah said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet believed. You see, this is all about faith. This is a thing of faith. Believing in the Most High, believing in Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, is a thing of faith. We haven't seen the Most High. We haven't seen Yahweh Shah. But it's a spirit that flows into our minds, that flows into us, that helps us, believe. As it says, let every man be persuaded in his own mind. And plus, the Most High has it chosen. Some people aren't meant to get it. You can try to ram this into someone's mind. If it ain't meant for them to get it, they ain't gonna get it. It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of breath. Right? But anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope y'all brothers have been edified. Keep pushing this truth. Y'all brothers keep pushing this truth. Some of y'all brothers who just come into this truth, study, keep studying, don't fall out. It might seem like it's too much, but it's nothing. This is nothing compared to what Yahweh Shah had to do for us. It's nothing. This is but a light thing, light work. All right. Well, I think that's it. Until next time, I'm gonna say Shalom.